The clerk smiled too wide as she slid the shoebox across the glass. Italian leather. Hand-stitched. Expensive enough to feel like an insult. I watched it all through a security feed on my phone while standing in my own kitchen, the house dead quiet, my finger hovering over a scream. My mother-in-law leaned in, proud, approving. My wife's lover tried them on. My card paid for them. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't storm the store. I canceled the card, the black one, the one she worshipped like a relic. I met my wife in a glass-walled boardroom overlooking the city. She laughed at my restraint, called it discipline. I called it survival. She said she liked men who didn't need to be loud to be powerful. I believed her because I wanted to, because love makes optimists of tacticians. We built a life that looked expensive because it was. Penthouse, cars with names instead of models, a closet that needed a map. Her mother moved from contempt to devotion once she realized the lifestyle wasn't a phase, it was funded by me. Trust came easily then, too easily. I handed over access, accounts, cards, convenience disguised as partnership. She said, "We're a team." I believed that too. The betrayal didn't announce itself. It never does. It arrived in patterns, late nights that smelled like a different cologne, a phone that never left her hand, a new laugh that didn't belong to us. I didn't accuse. I observed. I've always been good at watching without being seen. The proof came quietly, a message preview lighting up her screen while she showered. No names, just fire emojis and a time. I memorized it. Didn't touch the phone. Didn't need to. Confirmation isn't about evidence, it's about clarity. I felt the break inside me, then the calm. Emotion is loud, strategy is silent. I didn't confront her, I didn't cry. I built a timeline. I spoke to attorneys before I spoke to her. I separated finances with surgical precision. I moved assets the way she moved lies, smooth, practiced, unnoticed. The penthouse? In my name. Always had been. The cars? Leased through my company. The credit lines? Authorized users, temporary, revocable. I let her keep spending. I let her mother keep boasting. I let the lover get comfortable in shoes he couldn't afford. I waited for the moment when the illusion mattered more than the truth. That moment came in a boutique on Fifth Avenue. While my mother-in-law played benefactor to a man who thought he'd won something, I ended the fantasy with a swipe. One card, then the others. I watched the clerk's smile fracture. I watched confusion bloom. I stayed where I was. I brewed coffee. I listened to the city breathe. She called minutes later, voice sharp, panicked. "There's a problem with the cards." I said nothing. Let the silence work. When she came home, she was already unraveling. Her confidence had cracks. Her certainty was gone. I sat at the table, calm, waiting. I didn't ask for explanations. I handed her papers, divorce, financial disclosures, a timeline she couldn't rewrite. Her mother screamed. The lover disappeared. I watched her realize, piece by piece, that the life she curated wasn't hers. The penthouse wasn't sentimental. It was strategic. The cars weren't freedom, they were privileges. The lifestyle wasn't love, it was leverage. She tried to bargain, she tried to cry, she tried to remind me of who we were. I reminded her of who I am. The confrontation wasn't loud, it didn't need to be. I told her I knew, how long, how often. I told her I'd already accounted for every lie she was about to tell. The look on her face wasn't fear, it was recognition, the kind that comes when someone realizes they were never the smartest person in the room, they were just the loudest. I walked away without raising my voice. I left her standing in a space that no longer belonged to her. Now the penthouse is quiet again. The city looks the same, but I'm different. Betrayal teaches you the cost of convenience. Revenge teaches you the value of patience. I didn't ruin her. I simply stopped funding the version of her that lied. And when the lights went out, I finally slept.